Alrighty, man, coming at you again. Sharp Customs, we're rolling, man. So's the little dog. He's just rolling around. Where you going? Don't go over that way. It's dangerous. As you can see, I got this little makeshift powder coat area set up. I got the oven. Look at what I had to do to the damn oven. I've got the oven. Look at that. I had to make a sheet metal door to do the 34 frame. As you can see, yeah, I stripped that the last video where we ran the 34. I stripped it. All the bits and pieces are sitting here. Easiest motor removal I ever did was the 4-stroke, because I cut the mounts. I got another way that I'm going to mount it. If I choose to put this motor back in, it's going to be simplified and it'll be bolted in instead of welded in. Figure that's just the best. That's just the best way to go. But yeah, there's some other parts here like this. You know, the steering rod. I'd like to get it powder coated. I've got all the trailing arms for the front and the rear. They're in the oven. I want to powder coat this rear end, but that consists of, you know, pulling a lot of stuff apart. I think I might even powder coat the straight axle and the spindles. But you know what? Hey, the frame's been cooking. We're gonna pull it out of the oven, and I've already done half of it. Okay, because I had to. Yeah, because it's so long and my oven's so small, I can only do half at a time. And this is kind of an experiment we're doing to you know, just kind of to see if it works. But it's amazing how much this little piece of sheet metal holds in the heat. Gotta be very careful here. Yeah, the frame is not perfect. Wow, I get that big blast of heat. Yeah, we're a little stuck. That always happens. We're gonna hang this. We're gonna hang it, and we're gonna spray it. It's already got some powder coat on it. Crazy thing, Mad Max was over here and he was stepping on my foot pedal for me. Do you believe that? Let's blast it up, get it back in the oven. Whoa! I just loaded up the canister with more powder. That's why it's coming out. I put the plastic here hoping I could recover some of this. Well, we don't want too much of that going on. We do want a nice heavy coat. Might have to flip this baby around in the oven again. Yeah, hitting it off of stuff. You can see right there on the corner, it's already starting to bake. Yeah, it's hard to get the underside. You have to rely on that electrostatic of the powder coat gun. Now, I'm gonna have to turn this and take my foot off the pedal because it had been zapped before. I'm just gonna very gently turn this. Not worried about what's down at the bottom because I've already powder coated it, but I'm not sure really how far to go. Cause yeah, like I say, I might have to cause the powder is falling downward. The powder is falling downward and getting all over the stuff that I already did. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely gonna be a little weird. But hey, you know what? It's a big boy toy, and I'm more concerned with just getting. Well, we might as well do a couple of these other parts while we're here. And I got tape. I got masking tape. I got masking tape over the threads. I just want everything to look clean. I'm not too concerned about you know, how perfect this stuff is. This is my little servo holder. I got it all. You never know if you got the underside. Take your foot off the damn pedal, dummy. You can, because it's hot, you can go without the electrostatic. Another one of them there fancy schmancy short videos from Sharp Customs, you know. I want to get this stuff all in the oven so you can see it. Probably more than enough. I think I should make my hooks, make the hooks bigger. Got two more. Two more of these little puppies, and we'll close up the oven. I like it. Whoa! We got something going on with the old powder coat gun. Not sure it was coming apart there. I've never seen it do that before. Yeah, I'm also trying not to. Not to burn myself. The oven is hot. It's at 400 degrees because you know, I figured the sheet metal door letting out a lot of the heat. Alrighty. It's all my little bits and pieces. Happens fast. I gotta I made this little sheet metal door to fit it over the wide end and the narrow end. We'll give that like 5 minutes, and we'll go to the table, and we'll talk about this 34. Yeah, it's hot in front of that oven, 400 degrees. But now that takes about. I usually let it cook for about 15 minutes. Make sure it's baked on there nice. But yeah, we'll check in on it in like probably 5 minutes. So yeah. Another thing I was working on today was I was doing a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but 3D printing for the jet boat. Oh yeah, by the way, the jet boat is all, well, you saw it in the pool. It's all ready to go. It's got the servos in it. It's got steering now. It's got throttle control. It's just sitting up there waiting to go for a run in the river, so we can see how it goes. But I'm always preemptive. So yes, I was firing out more impellers in the printer. That's the stock original. Don't like it. But yes, I was experimenting with impellers today because my plan, I've already cooked. Basically, I'm going to try the Lost PLA. So I took one like this, but about 10 millimeters taller, to change the pitch, because I kind of like this one. I like this screw. It's a very nice looking screw. Problem with this one is I couldn't get these veins thick enough. I'm working on that in the programming, because I do like this one. Now, I spun all of these, believe it or not. I spun them all on my drill, in the pond, and just with air. Like I put this little piece of plastic in front of them and see which one kind of bent the plastic over the most. And it was this old one. I searched and searched and searched for this old print. I cannot find it on the internet, on any of the, Cults, Yagi, Thingiverse. I looked everywhere to see if I could find the old pump that I had printed about, 14, 15, 16 years ago. I could not find it. But I do like that impeller. But this one is a pretty close match. And I just basically grabbed all these, one of the free sites. I was just going through all the jet pumps, and some of them were like, they're tiny. They're tiny. They're like 28 millimeters. So I just bigged them up. Some of them were actually big. They were like 100 millimeter, and I smalled them down. Big it up, small it down, to what I want. I want in and around, for doing like Lost PLA and then casting with aluminum, making them few millimeters bigger, because aluminum always shrinks. So when you cast it, it's going to be my first time trying it this way. I've actually got a plaster set up over there on the wood stove cooking, just trying to dry out the plaster, whatnot. Let's yeah, this stuff, I gotta pull this rear end apart. I want to powder chrome it. I'm thinking I'm gonna do that rear end in black, and I might do this straight axle here. I might do it in black because just contrasting with the frame and all the trailing arms and all the other parts. Chrome don't get you home. And it's not really chrome. It's more of a silver. I got this powder coat kind of locally from a company not that far from here. The other stuff I had that I did the pipes and stuff with, that looked really, looks way more like chrome. That was actually a company called Prismatic powder coats. I'll probably buy a few more pounds from those guys, order it up and buy it. Let's have a look in the stove, man. Let's have a look. We'll get the light on. I'll get my gloves on. Let's have a look. Yeah, she's it's blending nice. Like, look at those trailing arms. Those trailing arms look freaking awesome. They still got to bake a little bit. Now the threads on the end. Oh yeah, my bad. A little slippage there. But the threads on the end of those trailing arms, I just have regular masking tape wrapped around them, and it seems to hold out good. But yeah, it's not like chrome. It's kind of shiny. I'm not going to say any of this stuff is done. I got a lot of overspray on this frame, and I think I'm going to have to flip it around once the front section's baking up pretty good. Let's I'm gonna pull one of these trailing arms out just so you can see. Yeah, they're supposed to bake for 15 minutes, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's chrome. They're not as nice as the pipe, but you know what? You know, for homemade, and this is way faster. Trust me, this is way faster. Powder coating this stuff is way faster than, you know, sanding it, priming it, and then painting it, and then clear coating it. Trust me, it's just way faster, you know. And I'm not overly concerned about, you know, kind of the end result. Yeah, obviously I want it to look good. I just like it. You know what? I just like a nice durable coating on all the, you know, all the fresh metal. Trust me, this is way faster. You know, if I took all the time to sand that frame and prime it, and, you know, putty it and make it smooth, and, you know, put more primer on it, paint it, clear coat, I'd be in days, man. I'd be in probably a week just to play around with this. This thing, you know what? I can be bolting all this stuff back together tomorrow if I really wanted to. I do have jet black powder coat that I could do the other pieces in, but that would mean taking more of it apart. Now this car only took me about 30 minutes to blow apart. Like, take the front end off, take the back end off, take the fakey motor out, cut the real motor out, you know, because I cut it. But I have plans to make a different setup. That way, whether I keep the car or sell the car, somebody else could just very easily, you know, pull the mill out and put something different in there. This is a bracket. Here's a bracket that I did. I mean, it's shiny. I wouldn't say it's, you know, it's okay. This is basically a bracket that goes on the back of the fakey motor right there that kind of holds it in place. But yeah, interesting. I got the leaf springs. Obviously, got to do something with them. You know, probably chrome them. Probably tonight. Tonight, I don't have to use that great big huge oven. I do have a smaller oven that I could be, you know, baking stuff in, like especially the smaller parts. I have a little, like a toaster oven, and it goes up to 400 degrees, you know, on broil. But I was actually going to put it on top of that stove and put all the little parts in it. Problem is I can't hang parts in it, especially those trailing arms. I would have had to lay them on like this rack thingy, and it's like, then it leaves little marks. And but like I say, I'm not overly concerned with stuff like that because, you know, these are just big boy toys, and, you know, I'm not looking, this being a very low budget build, you know, just want the parts to look good, want it to function, obviously, because this shit doesn't sit on a shelf. You know, got to finish up the body underneath there, and yeah, after this one, probably gonna jump over to Stephen Mathers, the one sitting on the shelf, because I basically got to do the same thing to that car. I got to pull it all apart. Got powder chrome a bunch of the brackets and whatnot and what have you, and yeah, I want to get that one in paint in the next, I'm gonna say, month or so, because you know, I'd like to get that car shipped to him so I can get working on his boat. How about that? So I can get working on his boat he shipped me, you know. And I have big plans for that, but you know, like I said, like I always say, man, I got so many projects. We still got the Lambo. I still got the Lambo I got to get to. And the Lambo project, yeah, that's definitely gonna gonna take some time, and I'm not happy with that 3D print, and I don't mean the print. I'm happy with that print. Just the dimensions of the cart. Like I said, the width, the length, it's all good. It's the height, man. It's the height that's throwing me off. And I was actually talking to the guy who 3D printed it, and I might just get him to do another one for me, so it is like correct. And yeah, we'll see what transpires there. But yeah, I'm gonna take my gloves off. I'm sweating in here, man. We got her cooking in here tonight between the oven at 400 degrees and the wood stove pumping away, man. It is warm in here tonight, and thank you to all the people who viewed the last video, man. It skyrocketed. I couldn't believe it. Today we looked at the numbers, it skyrocketed. Thank you very much, man. Love your support. But there you have it, man. Sharp Customs. Share, like, subscribe. Got a ton of new subscribers. Thank you very much. Love you all. Peace. I'm out.